Latest on Super Typhoon Mangkhut, which by our estimates is the strongest it's been so far, with winds estimated 175 miles an hour and a pressure around 899 millibars. At 17.7 north, 123.7 east, as of 10 p.m. Philippine time, this storm packing winds of over 280 kilometers per hour, with a large wind field extending all the way through Luzon at the minute. At stage 10 on the CDPS scale, that's the highest possible. This storm is going to be one of the biggest landfalling storms that we've seen. It's 96 miles from the small village of Divilacan, 115 from Santa Ana, and 280 miles from Manila. That's around 400 kilometers. Still moving slightly away from Manila though. So a signal 4 warning now in effect for Cagayan, Apayao, Abra and northern Isabela, signal 3 for the rest of northern Luzon, and signal 1 and 2 warnings further south. A detailed list can be found on Pegasa's website, and you can see what we expect of the storm: a landfall tonight into the early hours of Saturday morning, and then moving out into the South China Sea, still remaining a typhoon as it moves off to the west-northwest, and the storm is still likely to impact southern China and is probably going to still be a typhoon by the time it gets there. Hong Kong also at risk from this storm, and Macau, and the all the way through to the coast of Vietnam. Northern Vietnam could see tropical storm conditions and significant rainfall. Nothing behind the storm. Earlier models suggesting that maybe there would be another storm behind it. Doesn't look like it now. Sea surface temperatures though remain very warm, around 29 degrees Celsius, certainly warm enough to sustain a significant tropical cyclone like Mangkhut. And this is the storm's progression again, moving through the Philippines there. The Philippine name is Ompong, of course, and the storm remaining a typhoon, category 1 or 2 by the looks of things, moving through the South China Sea, but could still be a significant threat to Hong Kong, Macau, the coastal cities of China, and through to Hainan Island and northern Vietnam as we enter the early part of next week. And again, a quiet Pacific behind it there, as you can see, but the storm will be through there in the next few days. So these are the chances of tropical storm force winds now: 82% in Basco, 99% in Santa Ana, may as well be 100%. Only 16% in Manila, those chances dropping, and Hong Kong right up there now at 82% chance of tropical storm force winds, so they should be taking this storm very seriously as well. There's some models suggesting, at worst, the HWRF thinking that the storm could remain as a Category 3. JTWC, I think, even saying that it will go back to Category 4 before striking China, so that could be a terrible scenario if that was to occur. We'll wait and see, but wind shear is expected to remain low, and there is again a look at the track, taking it into the coast of China eventually in about 2 or 3 days. So what's to look out for after the storm makes landfall for those further west? In Hong Kong and in China, that the storm will obviously have to reorganize its eye, and that's what we'll be looking for very closely. But here it is right now. Look at the outstanding presentation of this significant typhoon. It promises to be at least as strong as Typhoon Mangkhut, but the difference is that it's going to be much larger than Mangkhut was when it made landfall in 2010, and this storm is packing a massive punch with a huge wind field, significant surge, rainfall amounts. It's got everything, I'm afraid, and it's about to impact land. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com with the latest. You can also find our YouTube page. You're probably there already, but if not, subscribe if you haven't so far. You can also find our Facebook page, Force 13 all in text, and it's at Force 13 on Twitter if you'd like to get in touch with us on there. You can also help the project become even better by enjoying the benefits of patronage. You can find out more information about how to become a patron and what those benefits are at patreon.com/Force13. And Force 13's live coverage continues on its live feed. You can check that out with the latest information at youtube.com/Force13/live.